XRP holders, something massive is brewing right now. For months we've been waiting, and I believe the XRP community is about to witness a moment that could shock the entire crypto market. There are rumors, insider whispers, and signs of institutional money moving in silence. The question is, what's really happening behind the scenes? Why are so many people convinced that XRP is on the edge of a historic breakout? Let's start with what we can see. Over the past weeks, massive XRP transactions have been spotted moving across wallets and exchanges. We're not talking about a few thousand here and there. We're talking about transfers worth tens of millions, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars at a time. These are not your average retail traders. These are whales, and whales move with purpose. They don't shuffle money around for no reason. They move when they know something is about to change. Now think about this. For years, XRP has been painted as the underdog. While Bitcoin and Ethereum got the spotlight, XRP was stuck in a legal battle with the SEC. Many people counted it out, said it was finished, said Ripple would never recover. But that fight may have been the best thing that ever happened to XRP, because it forced the world, including Wall Street and global regulators, to pay attention. It forced the conversation about what XRP really is, what its purpose is, and why it's different from the rest. And that difference matters. XRP was built for utility. It wasn't designed to just pump and dump. It wasn't built just to trade memes and gamble. It was designed to move money. Fast, cheap, borderless. It was designed to solve a real problem: the outdated, slow, and expensive global payment system. Think about how money moves today. Banks still use SWIFT, a system that was created decades ago. Transactions take days. Fees pile up. Errors happen constantly. I'll compare that to what Ripple and XRP can do. Instant settlement, minimal fees, no middlemen. If you were a bank, a payment provider, or even a government, which system would you rather use in the 21st century? That's why XRP is being looked at differently today. Not as a speculative coin, but as a bridge asset. A currency that connects all other currencies, both fiat and digital. And when we talk about trillions of dollars moving through global finance every single day, the potential is staggering. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Rumors are swirling that BlackRock, yes, the largest asset manager in the world, has been looking into XRP. Whether it's through direct buying, ETFs, or partnerships, the fact that a name like BlackRock is even mentioned in the same sentence as XRP should make you sit up straight. Because institutions don't chase hype. They chase infrastructure. They chase assets that can support real-world use cases. And XRP fits that description. Add to that the increasing chatter about ETFs, tokenization, and the digitization of assets like real estate, stocks, and bonds. And suddenly, XRP looks like more than just another crypto. It looks like a financial backbone. Now let's zoom out. Over the last year, more and more governments and central banks have been experimenting with central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. Guess what technology many of them have been testing? RippleNet. And what asset powers RippleNet? XRP. We're not just talking about one country here or there. We're talking about a global race toward digitizing money. And while many projects are still in the experimental phase, Ripple has positioned itself right in the middle of that conversation. Imagine this. Governments issue CBDCs, institutions tokenize trillions in assets, and all of it needs liquidity, a bridge, a settlement layer. Who's sitting there ready to plug in? XRP. That's why many people believe this next bull cycle won't just be about hype or speculation. It will be about utility. And when utility leads the way, XRP is in a prime position to shine. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where things get exciting. XRP has been suppressed for years. While other coins soared, XRP's price stayed relatively flat compared to its potential. But when you have suppressed assets with strong fundamentals, what happens when the floodgates finally open? They move violently. We've seen it before. In 2017, XRP exploded in price, shocking everyone. But back then, the infrastructure wasn't ready. The legal clarity wasn't there. The adoption wasn't there. Fast forward to today, and all those pieces are lining up. We have institutional interest. We have clearer regulation. We have global recognition. We even have whispers of ETFs and tokenization projects. The XRP ledger isn't just sitting idle either. Developers are building, companies are integrating, and governments are testing. Every piece adds weight to the same conclusion. XRP is preparing for its moment. And here's something people don't talk about enough: supply. Unlike Bitcoin, which still has coins left to be mined, XRP's supply is already out there. The distribution is known. The whales know exactly how much is available. And when supply starts leaving exchanges and heading into cold storage, into institutional custody, into hands that aren't selling anytime soon, you get what we call a supply shock. Less liquidity on exchanges, more demand coming in. Prices don't just rise, they surge. That's why these massive movements we're seeing are so important. Whales are positioning. Institutions are circling. Governments are experimenting. And retail? Retail hasn't even woken up yet. That means you're still early. But let me give you a warning. By the time mainstream headlines start screaming about XRP, it may already be too late. Because history shows us that when the news finally breaks, when CNBC and Bloomberg finally start covering it daily, the smart money has already bought in. The XRP army has been patient for years, through lawsuits, delays, FUD, and endless doubt. And now, all the signs are pointing to this being the chapter where patience pays off. So ask yourself, when the financial system finally shifts, do you want to be watching from the sidelines, or do you want to already be in the game? Do you believe XRP is about to shock the markets? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button so this video spreads to more XRP holders. And don't forget to subscribe to Next Coin Hub for daily deep dives into the stories no one else is covering. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned. The XRP revolution might already be underway.